Designation must take into account any changes in the various coalitions, vacancies in the membership of the House, and other relevant realities. As was stated by the Deputy Speaker, in order to establish the existence and status of coalition agreements affecting the affairs of the National Assembly, she instructed the clerk to write to the office of the Registrar of Political Parties on the evening of 7th February 2025, seeking information. A, membership of the 21 political parties represented in the National Assembly in any coalition, including coalition political parties, and the dates relevant to the membership. Any variations in the membership of the coalitions and coalition political parties and the dates of the variations. C, certified copies of pre-election and post-election coalition agreements relating to the parties and the status of the agreements. The registrar responded by a letter dated 11th February 2025 that was tabled by the Deputy Speaker yesterday, and the contents of the letter indicate as follows: that a pre-election coalition known as the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party, in brackets Azimio, was registered on 21st April 2022 and comprised 21 parties, namely Jubilee Party, Orange Democratic Movement, Wiper Democratic Movement, Kenya African National Union, National Rainbow Coalition, Muungano Party, Democratic Action Party, Democratic Action Party Kenya, United Party of Independent Alliance, United Progressive Alliance, Kenya Union Party, United Democratic Party, Movement for Democracy and Growth, Kenya Reform Party, Chama cha Uzalendo, Party of Peace and Democracy, National Liberal Party, People's Trust Party, Ubuntu People's Forum, Party of National Unity, Labour Party of Kenya, and the Party of Growth and Prosperity. That a pre-election coalition known as the Kenya Kwanza Alliance was registered on 3rd June 2022 and comprised 11 political parties, namely United Democratic Alliance, Amani National Congress, Forum for Restoration of Democracy Kenya, Chama cha Kazi, Communist Party, the Service Party, Tuchibebe wa Kenya Party, Farmers Party, Devolution Party of Kenya, Economic Freedom Party, and the Umoja na Maendeleo Party. That a post-election coalition agreement was entered into on 5th September 2022 between the Kenya Kwanza Alliance and 4 additional parties, namely the Democratic Party of Kenya, National Agenda Party of Kenya, Grand Dream Development Party, and Chama cha Mashinani. The letter from the Registrar of Political Parties did also convey that 5 parties had exited the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party, namely the People's Liberation Party, formerly the National Rainbow Coalition Kenya, on 6th December 2024, Maendeleo Chapchap Party on 25th January 2024, Devolution Empowerment Party on 11th April 2023, United Democratic Movement on 22nd November 2023, and Pamoja African Alliance on 27th February 2023. Suffice to mention, members, that the People's Liberation Party, formerly National Rainbow Coalition, does not have representation in this House. That the Amani National Congress was in the process of dissolving the party to collaborate with the United Democratic Alliance. That the Movement for Democratic and Growth, MDG, had initiated a process of exiting the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition, but was yet to finalize its exit from the coalition political party. That as at 11th February 2025, the Pamoja African Alliance, PA, Maendeleo Chapchap, MCCP, United Democratic Movement, UDM, and the National Ordinary People Empowerment Union, NOPEU, are not members of any registered coalition or coalition political party. Honorable members, I put emphasis on the information provided by the Registrar of Political Parties that the said 4 political parties are not members of any registered coalition or coalition of political party. It is notable that even if it was to be assumed that the 4 vacancies were to be filled in favor of the parties under which the former members were elected or nominated and their number added to the computation of the 2 coalitions, the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition party would still not attain a majority of the members in the House. Honorable members, my reference to the Gazette notices relating to the election of members at the last general election and the current vacancies with respect to Banisa, Magarini, Ugunja, and the resignation of the Honorable John Badi, the current composition of the National Assembly by individual political parties in alphabetical order is as follows. Amani National Congress, 8. Chama cha Mashinani, 1. Democratic Alliance Party of Kenya, 5. Democratic Party DP, 1. Fort Kenya, 6. Grand Dream Development Party, 1. Jubilee Party, 28. Kenya African National Union, 6. Kenya Union Party, 3. Maendeleo Chap-Chap, 2. Movement for Democracy and Growth, MDG, 1. National Alliance Party of Kenya, 1. National Ordinary People Empowerment Union, NOPEU, 1. Orange Democratic Movement, ODM, 83. Pamoja African Alliance, PA, 3. Service Party, TSP, 2. The United Democratic Alliance, UDA, 145. United Democratic Movement, UDM, 7. United Party of Independent Alliance, UPIA, 2. United Progressive Alliance, UPA, 1. Wiper Democratic Movement, 26. A simple calculation of the cited numbers with reference to the communication and coalition agreements received from the register of political parties indicates the cumulative number of the members of the constituent parties of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party and the Kenya Kwanza Alliance as follows. Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party consists of 154 members, computed by adding the membership of the Orange Democratic Movement, Jubilee Party, Wiper Democratic Movement, Kenya African National Union, the Democratic Alliance Party of Kenya, the Kenya Union Party, the United Party of Independent Alliance, and the Movement for Democratic Growth. The Kenya Kwanza Alliance consists of 165 members, computed by adding the membership of the United Democratic Alliance, the Amani National Congress, Ford Kenya, the Service Party, the National Agenda Party of Kenya, the Grand Dream Development Party, the Democratic Party, and the Chama cha Mashinani. Honorable members, it's notable that the numbers relating to the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party are tinged by a slight element of doubt with respect to membership of the Movement for Democratic and Growth, MDG. You will recall the expressed sentiments made by the sole member and party leader of the MDG yesterday in the House, dissociating both himself and the party from the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party. However, I decline to engage in this controversy. Arising from the foregoing, the Kenya Kwanza Coalition is the majority party, and the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party is the minority party in the House. I have not received order. I still have a little more to go. I have not received any further communication from the Kenya Kwanza Coalition replacing the member for Kikuyu, the member for Kilifi, the member for South Mugirango, and the member for Marsabit County as their preferred leadership in the House. Similarly, I have not received any communication from the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party replacing the member for Suna East, the member for Kadiani, the member for Suba North, and the member for Embakasi West as their preferred leadership in the House. Consequently, the leadership of the House remains unchanged. Permit me at this stage, honorable members, to address the fate of 14 members who, as per the letter from the Registrar of Political Parties, belong to parties other than parliamentary parties that are not affiliated with the two identified coalitions in the House. I wish to reiterate that the 14 members and all independent members shall be treated equally in nomination to the committees of the House and access to any other attendant entitlements. The Speaker shall, under Standing Order 174-2B, decline to approve any list of members nominated to serve in committees that does not take into account interests of all members, including the 14. Honorable members, under Standing Order 172, the Committee on Selection is responsible for nominating members to serve in all committees, including the remaining 17 sessional committees that I listed yesterday in the communication on resumption of sittings for the 4th session and the lapse and reintroduction of business. I urge the committee to prioritize the constitution of the Budget and Appropriations Committee in light of the communication that I gave you earlier on the budget policy statement. In summary, therefore, honorable members, I guide as follows. The Kenya Kwanza coalition is the majority party in the House. Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition party is the minority party in the House. To the extent that I have not received any communication of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition party or the Kenya Kwanza coalition replacing their leadership in the House, the leadership existing as at the end of the last session remains the leadership of this House. I thank you. Yes, Millie, this was your point of order. Honorable members, I am not opening any debate. I'm giving Honorable Millie because she was the owner of the point of order. After she finishes, we go to the next order.
Rosarit Martin. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, actually in compliance with Standing Order number 87-2, Mr. Speaker, in compliance with Standing Order number 87-2, somebody was calling me. Yes, I just wanted to indicate that in compliance with Standing Order number 87-2, I am actually not going to raise any issues regarding...
May I have my standing orders? Go on now.
Thank you.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I just wanted to say that in compliance with Standing Order number 87-2, I will not raise any issues regarding the communication that you have just given. I'm a very law-abiding citizen and cognizant of our standing orders. And further, Mr. Speaker, I also just wish to indicate that as Azimio, and much more so, those of us who are very keen on ensuring that Baba clinches the AU position, we want to be sure that we follow the rule of law and that we support a broad government which is not based. And we are encouraging the government to be both broad and based. It is broad but not based. For those who have not learned literature, understand what I'm saying. This government is broad, but it is not based. So don't call us to be in a broad-based government. It has to be broad-based government. And Mr. Speaker, I also just want to say that as Azimio, we follow. No, I'm not going to congratulate you. Mr. Speaker, this one is talking towards me, but I ignore him.
Ignore him, you are senior.
He should listen to me. I'm ignoring him.
Osoro.
As Azimio.
Honorable Osoro.
But Mr. Speaker.
Millie of the Ambo is your learned senior.
Yes.
Listen to her.
But Mr. Speaker, don't even worry, I can handle him. I'm capable in all manner to handle him. Mr. Speaker, as adherents, as Azimio, we are adherents to the rule of law. And Mr. Speaker, as those who adhere to the rule of law, I want to indicate just that the way you say as lawyers, yeah, that we speak as lawyers.
Yes.
I want to indicate that as Azimio, we very respectfully disagree. I will not go to the substance. But we very respectfully disagree with your communication. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say, again, a philosophy in my local community that says, Ngamatek konyono kwesimeru. When a strong man steps on your mother's pipe, you tell your mother to remove her pipe. That philosophy acted when my mother, in the generation of my mother. In my generation, if angamatek onyonokwesimeru, you point at the eyes. You point at the eyes of Ngamatek, respectfully. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that today, you are Ngamatek. Ngamatek is the strong man. You are stepping on my mother's toe. But I will respectfully tell you, Mr. Speaker, that I don't agree with you as a strong man, that you are stepping on my mother's toe. And as Azimio, we are going to take further action until you stop stepping on my mother's pipe. And I respectfully, Mr. Speaker, note your communication.
Thank you, Honorable Millie Odhiambo. Order. I'm not opening any debate. Honorable Millie Odhiambo, that is how the law works. It is not necessarily popular. It's not necessarily likable. It is just the law. Shakespeare said it's an ass. It is the law. So when you obey the law, sometimes you may step on somebody. Sometimes you may not. But the law remains the law, and in the law we trust, in our constitution we trust. Finally, I want to join all of you in wishing our patriarch, our leader, Raila Amolo Odinga, success in the election as the chair of the African Union Commission, where the first vote to be cast will be that of President William Samoei Ruto of Kenya. I have also, Honorable Millie Odhiambo, directed the majority leader and his counterpart after this ruling that in constituting committees, they should go beyond broad and base. Order. I will not open any debate. Next order. Order, Wanjala. Order, Wanjala. Next order. No.
Order number 8.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion, appointment of members to the House Business Committee.
Majority Leader. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 17-1,
Order, members, those who are recessing, recess quietly.